Hello there, this is Al. Motivation is the topic of today. Motivation is getting to the real me in you. What makes you tick? Is it self-improvement at the expense of others? Or is it to help others at your own expense? The first method involves pushing others down to get ahead. We see this all the time, especially in politics. This is why political motivation stinks. The second method sounds better if one rises and pushes everyone else up at the same time. To do this, one just treats everyone the same, including oneself. There is so much to motivation. I can only touch on this topic. What is the part of us that does the motivation? How do we connect to that part? And how do we motivate our motivations? Most people in our world are called sleepers, and just operate on auto without realizing that they are puppets on a string. If one prefers to help others, they can say that God is their motivation. The God concept can mean different things to different people. We have had many religious wars because of different motivations, of different sections of society believing in different religions. This brings up a third kind of motivation, that of the group motivation, which is also called gang or occult motivation. Gang warfare affects us all, even if we don't realize it. A country can be regarded as a large gang. So we have one country doing nasty things to another. It may be a trade war, sanctions, or direct war. As stated before, the religions are gangs. With the religious gang, we get caught in a cult mentality and give our power away to that cult or gang. They may call themselves churches so to take the moral high ground. Anyway, the more our world integrates, the less effect does this gang mentality have. Within our society, there are elements of a psychopathic nature that want our nations to rise against each other. These psychopaths control our big banks and oil companies. We must not stereotype all employees in banks and oil companies as psychopaths, as there are many white knights working within the system to change the system. I feel that feelings are the heart of motivation, and that motivation of the self and that of society as a whole is the same thing. It all depends on ego and what we recognize as our true self. Here is a verse on motivation I just wrote. Motivation low, then do a show. Motivation high, then do a high five. What is your motivation to go? Is it some pleasure of sense? Is it some accumulation of pence? Is this motivation part of you? Is it desires from the blue? So say you are playing some game. Why do you get bored? What's to blame? The end. So where does our motivation come from? I say it is contained within our male part. The female is the part that gets motivated, while the male is the drive and power. Does this mean that the male is better than the female? Our male-run society would think so. No. Both male and female are sides of the coin. The female takes this drive and with her wisdom and insight directs it where it's needed most. The female sees the final result in the bigger picture, while the male sees what's in front of him or the first solution. Sometimes the first solution is the best solution, and experimentation may be a way to test that solution. Hence, growing up involves games, as games are our way to test our understandings. Look at the tree of life. The wisdom is on the female right side, while the intelligence is on the male left side. Intelligence and wisdom are not the same. Knowing how a part of a machine works does not mean you can operate the machine. We need a uniting force so the parts work together. and that uniting force is within the female. Our universe is female. Time is male. Why do males enjoy games more than females? Males like to experiment and do things by trial and error. Hence the scientific method is the male method, while the intuitive method is the female way. If you're female, do you feel that fire within you? That is your male part. Putting cold water on it only makes you cold. Many females appear as cold and it's as then ignore their male part. A male on fire but with blind passion is a male that ignores their female part. A bored male is a flip-flop. A bored female is a flop-flip. Most of us need to work, so what motivates us to work? Is it family? A sense of achievement? What motivates us to be lazy? Is it a disagreement with those controlling society? Who wants to support a disconnected society? Our society is far from being functional. We see the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. So we may revolt or run to the hills and withdraw from society. Or we can just remain balanced and watch the show. So the oppressed pray to the God. When the real God of this earth wakes up, then a cosmic order can be restored. That God is the being who embodies the earth. When that being is in alignment with the being who embodies our solar system and galaxy and universe, then action can be done. It is up to you to meditate and discover for yourself who these beings are. There is so much more to motivation and the workings of the mind that I will leave it to another time. So till next time, I like to say bye from Al. Love you. Best wishes. Bye.